Hey Nerf NSE, it's Duke Wintermall here. I finished my teaser that I told you guys about in my Stryfe Hailfire video. I got those two other packages in, and I modified my Stryfe and my Retaliator with those. I'm going to do the rest, but I just finished these and it was actually a lot of work, so I'm going to do the others later. So I figured I'd just make this video. What it was? One package was the rocker switch right there. The other package was two AAA battery holder. And the third package was a laser diode. So, all my Nerf guns are going to have laser sights pretty much. They really don't help a whole lot, you know? I mean, you point the gun where you want it to go and you pull the trigger, and that's what happens. But I just think, I don't know, I think it's cool. So, they're sighted in fairly well. Actually really well. Let me show you. So there's my Stryfe laser dot. So it's sighted pretty well. How you sight these things, you obviously get everything installed, and then you point it at a mirror. You turn on the laser sight, you point it at a mirror, and then you reflect it so it touches the diode straight back, and that way you know it's straight. And you just take a little bit of super glue and hold the diode on, and it's sighted really well. I didn't want to put the batteries up here in the jam door. I don't like jam doors being on my blasters, but it's literally the only place that you can put this thing on the Stryfe. The Stryfe is so minimized that there's nowhere else to put AA battery holder. There really isn't. I tried, and that's the only place it'll fit. So that's fine by me. The Retaliator, the diode is right up front, right there. Right there. The batteries are actually in the handle. You can see where I have a cut there. See that cut? That's so you can just unscrew the 4 screws from the handle, take it out, and change the batteries, and you don't have to completely take apart the shell. And the rocker switch is right there on the butt. Because obviously you can't put a dart in there with the batteries, so that seemed like a perfect place to put the switch. I ended up running the wires inside that lip, as you can see. I drilled a hole through all of it and ran it through, so it's out of the way of all the internals. So, and I got lucky when sighting this. What I did was I took a drill bit that was just one size smaller than the diode, and that's what I used to drill both the holes for these. I got lucky with the Retaliator. It's just friction fitted in there perfectly. It's sighted right on. It's great. The Stryfe I had to glue in and sight that in. That's really all I have to say about my laser sights. I'm gonna put one on each blaster I have because I bought 50 of them, so mine as well. And that's pretty much it for this video. I am tired. I've been doing this for like 3 hours. It took me 3 hours to do these two. Isn't that crazy? I think that's crazy. It was a lot of trial and error. Not really trial and error, just figuring out how to do it. There's a couple guides on YouTube, and they all use Mavericks. It's different for every single blaster. Don't even bother watching a guide for a blaster you don't have. It's basic wiring. There's no resistors. It's just a 3-volt diode and 3 volts of power with a switch. That's it. And it's just, you gotta figure out the right place to put it. I would recommend putting it here in the Stryfe. And you might want to find a different place to put the diode, because I messed up the tactical rail. I fixed it. It doesn't have the spring in it anymore. It's just glued there. So it's a little bit harder to get a rail attachment on and off, but the plus side is the rail attachments stay on there much better. So that's nice. The Retaliator, there's a little circle right here where the diode is in stock form, and I just figured that was a good place to put it. And it friction fitted in there great, no problems whatsoever. The handle was the right size. All I had to do was cut out the dart holder, and the battery pack fit in perfectly, so that's a great place to put it. I would also recommend right there for the switch. That's great. So the Retaliator turned out perfectly. I love the way I put the laser in here. The Stryfe, it turned out fine. I might do it differently if I do another Stryfe. I don't know. Maybe not, because then it would be a lot more work, and since I know how to do it this way. So, it's your guys' call. Thanks for watching, and if enough people comment and want to know where I bought the lasers, I will put that up.